Hello, everyone. I was going to talk about this hurricane out in Jamaica. If y'all don't mind. Good evening. Here's the latest on Hurricane Melissa. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you can hear me. Are y'all recovering from that awesome trivia last night? I thought it was pretty awesome. Good evening. It's Sunday night, y'all. There's a hurricane out there. I want you to know the latest. I might need my glasses. Hello, CSE driver. How you doing? Mike B, good to see you, man. Thank you. Life in North Carolina, how you doing? You know there's a hurricane out there? Good to see y'all, 5x5. Thank you. Darren Ortiz, how you doing? I'm going to read the latest. John P, there's a hurricane, man. Hurricane Melissa. Is anybody out there talking about this? John P, yeah. Life in North Carolina, sir. Welcome. Y'all hitting 5x5? Okay. Hello, Misty. How you doing, Misty? Y'all missed awesome trivia last night. I'm recovering from it. I don't know if everybody else is, but I am. This is not too long ago here. This was put out just a while ago. Today, the latest on Hurricane Melissa. For real, y'all. Jamaica. Seek shelter now. Damaging winds and heavy rainfall tonight and Monday will cause catastrophic, life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides. Before potentially devastating winds arrive Monday night and Tuesday morning, extensive infrastructural damage, long-duration power and communication outage. Y'all might want to share this out for me tonight. Appreciate everybody coming in and hit that thumbs up, y'all. There many channels out there talking about this, y'all. Y'all let me know. Appreciate y'all coming in. I'm gonna show the. Wait a minute, y'all. What's going on? Is everybody here? Let me look at something else. I might have missed something. Good evening. Good morning. Hurricane Melissa. Take shelter now. Yeah, I'm fixing to, y'all. There was something else I wanted to look at. It don't look like much on windy.com. Let me see. It does? Yeah. This is where it's at. I'll show you. Dang, I took that down, didn't I? On windy.com. Tonight, Sunday night. Hello, Margie and Daya. Hello, welcome. We have a hurricane off the coast of America. Yeah, we do. It's like a cyclone, but it goes and turns the other way. Something like that, y'all. It goes the same way. It just rotates the other way. Got me shut down and excused for the snap for the island of Jamaica, y'all. All right, let me stop sharing that. I know it's Sunday night, y'all. People's in church. Hey, I got to go to church too, y'all. Welcome in Sunday night. I got better things to do, but I figured I'd go ahead and go live. Spend a little time every day if I can, y'all. You know, during the week, some days I can't. Here it is on the weekend. There's a hurricane. Like, man, it's going to mess up the island of Jamaica for real, y'all. I have friends there as well. Life in North Carolina. For real? Liked and shared. Thank you, Mike Smith. You and just one or two more are the only ones that ever share me out. I really appreciate it, man. I wish anybody else and everybody else would. But I can't twist nobody's arms. The spider comes for its prey. The watchman. How you doing, the watchman? The fly. Help me. For real? For real? The watchman. Are you up to your naughty things again? I'm just kidding, man. What is the fly anyway? Like, man, there's something going on. But let me get to this hurricane, y'all. You're distracting me. For real. We got breaking news, y'all. I'm just out here having a good time tonight. Thank y'all. But really, there is breaking news, and this is very serious. The island of Jamaica here. You see, this is right now, right? Okay, yeah, there's a hurricane there, y'all. I'm going to read off a little bit to you here again in a minute. But let me show you the future track it is. Before we do that, watch. Do I need to zoom in a little bit better? All right, let's. That way you can see the island, I hope. Right above this hurricane. As you can see, this is the winds of the hurricane. Rocking like a hurricane. Great intro from Breaking News. Thank you very much, John P. All right, let's go into the future a little bit. I wasn't going to be here all night, y'all. Watch here. I want you to see this is coming straight at Jamaica. Right on top of it. Can you see that? 10/28. That's in what? 2 days. Tuesday? I think that'll be at Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. Hello, little bit me. Howdy, blessings. I hope everyone's recovering from the trivia last night. I sure did. But that hurricane, let me show you. I'll read it off a little bit to you. But that's Tuesday, I believe now. Let's go back to now. The thing turns. Is this one of them cases where they're going to do it again? That's now. Let's go into Tuesday. This is what they're calling for. In just a couple days. I don't normally start out this way. Mike B, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. God bless, brother. Thank you. I don't do it for the money. I do it for the glory, y'all. Thank you very much. Thank you. I like this song, y'all. I'm not no big heavy rock metal guy or nothing like that. Just old music. And the only time I really hear the music is when I'm in here with you guys, for real, you know? I don't sit around and really listen to music too often because I'm trying to keep up with what's going on in the world, you know? All right, yeah, let me pull this hurricane up. That's not it. Here's the latest. Jamaica, seek shelter now. Damaging winds and heavy rainfall tonight and Monday will cause catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides before potentially devastating winds arrive Monday night and Tuesday morning. Extensive infrastructure damage, long-duration power and communication outage, and isolation of communities are expected. Where'd everybody go, y'all? Let me share myself out. Because I'm going to have to be reading this 3 or 4 times if everybody don't hear this. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for coming in and hitting that thumbs up. Yeah, Jamaica is in the path of this hurricane, Melissa. Haiti and Dominican Republic, catastrophic life-threatening flash flooding and landslides. Seek shelter now, y'all. Landslides are expected for flash flooding. Southwestern Haiti and southern portions of the Dominican Republic through midweek. In Haiti, extensive infrastructure damage and isolation of communities. Winds have temporarily decreased by this time, and they're likely to increase again across western Haiti on Tuesday. Life-threatening storm surge expected along portions of southern coast of eastern Cuba. Late Tuesday and Tuesday night, the Bahamas, the Turks, and the Caicos. All these islands, y'all, are going to be affected. Seek shelter now. There's a storm coming. Did anybody else show up? Appreciate it, y'all, for showing up and showing out. Hello, J-Dog is in the house. How you doing, man? Curious Georgia, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you. You didn't have to do that last night. I hope y'all are recovering from that awesome trivia, because I'm recovering too, y'all. For real. I was like, man, that's 2 hours and 15 minutes. Appreciate it, Mike B. Thank you for that. Awesome. Every bit counts, man. J-Dog, good to see you, man. Thank you. Hello, Donna Ray. It was fun. Thank you. You'll see where that hurricane is, right? It's in the title, y'all. Let me go ahead and see if I can share that again. Jamaica. Seek shelter now. Damaging winds and heavy rainfall tonight and Monday will cause catastrophic, life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides before potentially devastating winds arrive Monday night and Tuesday morning. Yeah, let me show you this picture again. I'm like, man, I'm still going back and forth, y'all. For real. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Who else in the house? Donna Ray. Let's go to something else. Maybe somebody else will come in and see. Y'all don't be ashamed. Come on in. I kind of like the looks of it over here on this thing. I don't like the looks of it, but it shows a better. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is get back to now, where this hurricane is. That's where that hurricane is. Right about now. Hello, Tina, Brian. How are you doing? Tina Brian. Thank you, Tina Brian. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up. Good to have you. I mean that, really. Can y'all tell what this is? Let me know if you can't tell, y'all. Because I'm going to go on with other things here in a little bit. Can you see that's down way below Florida? Maybe I need to increase my 720 to 4K or something, y'all. Thank you. Good to have you. Nobody seems to care about it in the chat. Hello, His Highness. Requesting a flyby. But, all right, yeah, this is going to, look, nobody knows, apparently yet, nobody knows if this is coming to America. I mean, I can go as far into the future. All right, Tuesday, it should be over Jamaica. All these other islands, look at there. You can see it headed toward Cuba. I believe it's going to take off to the right and just go away. But in the meantime, while it's there, it looks like it's going to affect Jamaica and Cuba and tear them up and devastate them, y'all. Y'all don't remember back when that earthquake hit Haiti? You remember that, right? Let me say what they didn't want you to know. The Clintons started this foundation raising money, and they kept all the billions of dollars. And also, the people were helpless, and the government and everything else. They went in and took over the land and stole the gold rights and stuff to the country. So the Clintons are rich in many ways using Haiti. But anyway, Jamaica and these islands are going to be affected by this hurricane. I'm going to turn that one away. Yeah, I figured out the truth on that one, y'all. The Clintons. Was it just the Clintons or is it the cabal? You know, the whole cabal. They just give the credit to the Clintons, you know? Just saying, y'all. I don't normally listen to that, but it's all good. I don't like that sound there. Terrible, y'all. What they put in these songs anymore. Let me tell you, want to look at Wendy.com again. Maybe I can make it look a little different. Because I was talking about this hurricane, you know. Before I leave, Yeah, let's play the future on this. As you can see, it's slowly moving. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more here about it. This thing got a mind of its own, y'all. I was trying to play it. Let's see if it'll play again. Somebody keeps texting me, and it ain't none of you all. It's irritating me a little bit. But I'll get through it. People's like, man, this ain't gonna affect us. We ain't worried about it. But it's a system out there, and y'all know they could steer these hurricanes, you know. We'll see what happens. Hello, Daryl Calhoun, man. Good evening to you, Daryl. Hope you're well. I know there's a lot of big channels live. I know there are. I was watching. Yeah, so hopefully this will go away, but it's going to be devastating. Like 160-mile-per-hour winds over Jamaica, y'all. That's the latest news, I believe, on that. That's the latest news, y'all. I got one more over here, but I ain't want to read the same stuff. Yeah, the hurricane. I had a few things lined up to kind of show and talk about. But I didn't want to be live too long tonight. This government shutdown still looms on, to the best of my knowledge. Let's see what Trump has to say. Trump said the Democratic Party, the government shutdown may never enact government Democrat programs again. That's what he said. Is the AI going to just take over? And Trump says government shutdown may mean Democrat programs are never coming back. Does that mean food stamps? Medicaid? What does that mean? I'll mute the music, y'all. Yeah, I don't want the hurricane to harm anyone either, Mike. Everything that happens affects everyone. We're all connected, regardless of separation game illusion. The government shutdown is all by design. I know that. Yes, I do. We know we're watching a movie. At least most of us know that. You know, we're watching a movie, y'all. It's all designed. They know the next step. We just like catch up with this step, you know, after they make it. You know, we didn't see it a lot of times coming on that step. Just saying, you know. Be like, man, we didn't know exactly the move they was going to make. But we see it when they make it, you know. But he's saying Democrat programs may never come back.
The Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen, and now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back. The Democrats are getting killed. And we're going to have a list of them on Friday, closing up some of the most egregious, socialist, semi-communist, probably not full communist, we're saving that for New York, but semi-communist programs, and we're closing them up. We're not closing up Republican programs because we think they work. So the Democrats are getting killed, but they're not telling the people about that. I say it, nobody, well, I haven't said it probably as bluntly as I just said it, but so we are closing up Democrat programs that we think that we disagree with, and they're never going to open again.
I use stuff like this for future reference. You know, I'd be like, you remember we heard this? We talked about that, So, yeah, I'm sure this will be referenced sometime in the future. If they're closing up, what are the Democrat programs? Food stamps, Medicare, or is it Medicaid or so? Yeah. I worry about these children, y'all, with these food stamps and Medicare. I mean, and, the chaos that's coming in the country like this, the promises people's made that they would retaliate and all this. I'm not going to be live long. I don't want to lose my voice. But let me play this other little short video. I mean, I ain't trying to put nobody on the spot, but I want to put, really, this could be coming to your town. I hope not, y'all. So, yeah. And I was going to briefly talk about AI Atlas in just a little bit. I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row. Yeah. And a lot of people feel this way. I mean, really, America will riot soon. That kind of goes from one step to the other. A lot of these Democrat programs will never come back. This is, coming out of the ghetto right here, y'all. Lifelong EBT recipient says that he and others are going to start rioting if they don't get their food stamps, doing anything but getting a job. America will riot soon. Crime rate will increase 10,000%.
As y'all know, they done cut off the food stamps and the EBT. So that's 100% finna affect everybody that's still in the hood, or at least on Section 8. You feel me? We've been on it our whole entire life. You feel what I'm saying? Without it, you feel me? More people definitely would have been getting robbed. I ain't even gonna lie. With that being said, I know that the crime rate about to increase by like 5,000%. Let's not add the fact that they trying to tax 74% on anybody making under 30K. So that's gonna automatically boost the crime rate up like another 10,000%. You feel me? It's about to get bad in America, bro. Real bad. So even for the people that's over that mark, it's gonna get bad for them too. You know what I'm saying? But America about to turn into a third world playing around. Like all these people saying they got all this technology, all these millions and billions of dollars, they gonna be getting robbed. Like people think they just gonna be comfortable while 70-80% of America just suffering, and that people that is doing good starting to do bad. They gonna start picking up crime. They gonna start looking at down. These motherfuckers, they got these Lambos, and I'm about to lose my house, and we don't got no food, and we don't got no this, and we don't got no that. It's about to be getting bad. Y'all gonna start seeing people run up on people in restaurants, robbing cars. It's about to be a lot more broad daylight shit going on. And it's kind of sad, but it's like you got to be vigilant too, because you can't let nobody take nothing from you. All the people that's coming up and trying to get right or that made out the hood, bro, you got to be defensive too, because shit about to get real. But I understand where people coming from, but you also got to understand you're going to have to protect your life and protect you and your assets as well. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of the people, especially Republicans, a lot of Republicans, they about to start getting attacked, especially the people at the office. They not going to stop. It's going to start being a lot of people waiting outside of elections and all type of shit. Are these people that speaking on this stuff and asking for votes, and man, it's about to get bad, man. Y'all don't really understand, bro. I really pray, man. I don't know who I'm praying to, because I don't believe in certain shit. I believe in the God, the creator of this earth, but all that other shit I don't believe in, because he ain't give us no map or no manual on how to live his life, and he just let these beings just come take over the world. But really, we the humans with the power, we let the other humans take over the world. Us, our ancestors. Because they didn't have to take over the world. We let the motherfuckers take over the world. And the way things going is 100% human fault. God ain't put us down here with none of the human laws that got made. So at the end of the day, I don't really blame the God, the creator. You know what I'm saying? I blame the soft-ass folks that wouldn't come together and unite to prevent all this shit from happening. But y'all about to see America change over 10, 15 years. Not that I don't even want to talk about no war shit and how fucking China just threatened to send fucking 60 warhead bombs over this motherfucker. I don't even want to talk about that. We're not gonna talk about it. We're strictly talking about this. I pray all my brothers and sisters, bro, no matter where you at in life, you feel me? I pray this shit work out for you, bro. I ain't lying. You know, I definitely hope it work out for me and mine, because I know I'm doing by any means necessary to make sure me and mine straight, and I know y'all gonna do the same.
Yeah. You know how it is out there, y'all. All for one and one for all. These times that your grandmother warned you about. For real. Who else in the chat, y'all? I ain't trying to scare nobody. Yeah, I didn't mean to come. Hello, Brian. I didn't mean to play nothing with cussing like that, but anymore you can't even get videos out there that don't have cussing, you know? So there's a storm coming. And it's more than just a hurricane. The hurricane in Jamaica, they're saying take shelter now. Like in the next 2 or 3 days, it's going to devastate Jamaica. There'll be, according to them, no power. There'll be nothing. No way of communications. No help. But thank the Lord we're not in that situation yet, you know. Because there is a storm coming to America. I believe that with all my heart, y'all. There's a bad storm coming. Hello, Matrix Break. Intergalactic. I don't know which one to call you. You know, the way they messed up these names here on YouTube. Super Dave, most of the videos have language like that now. Yeah, I know. Well, thank the Lord I can play it too here on my channel instead of it skipping. We can hear all the cussing and stuff going on, y'all. That's crazy. I don't normally play all that, but yeah. Just one of them things. This thing's going to get real. In case you missed this, let's go back. It's in the title. I want you to see it. I won't take but a minute. I clicked the wrong thing. I got to share the screen, not copy the name. It keeps going to that. Why? Try this. Yeah. Share the screen. Let's do it one more time. Here's the latest. Breaking news. They say this is breaking news. Here's the latest on Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica seeks shelter now. Damaging winds, heavy rainfall tonight and Monday will cause catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides. Before potentially devastating winds arrive Monday night and Tuesday morning, extensive infrastructure damage, long-duration power and communication outage, and isolation of communities are expected. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected along portions of the southern coast Monday night and Tuesday morning. I'm going to take that down. Finally. Because we're like halfway into the live stream, I figured I'd show it again. It's in the title. Hurricane Melissa and more. We get a little bit more tonight, y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, and thank y'all. We're almost done. Media is the propaganda arm to perpetrate the scripted madness. Yeah, the media, this thing's going to be going on you're not even going to know about. Everything's going to be controlled. This thing's going to be going on that you're not even going to know about. The news is not going to report on it, on any of it. what's down on the ground is what you experience or what you might be lucky to see on social media if a storm comes. I mean, I don't know, y'all, what's going to happen. I have no fear. I really don't. Here we are approaching the new month coming up of November, and millions of people are going to be expected to receive food stamps, and they're not going to. All I can say is wake up, America. Yeah, let me go on. I want to talk a little bit about this Atlas. They're freaking people out about this Atlas everywhere, y'all. I'm not even freaked out about that. Let's see if we can get something to play. These people look different. I'm like, man, this dude is not the same guy. Look at him here. If you can see him, I'm enlarging. And watch here. I believe they're playing central casting on us with this guy here. How you doing, Joey? Just saying, I think the media are nothing but a bunch of lies. Look here, take a good look at this guy now. You know who this guy is. Because I'm going to take him down. Take a good look at him. Take your memory. Put it in full effect. It'll take me a minute to get there. This is not the same guy that they pushing. Watch here. This is not the same guy. But this is the latest video. I believe now this guy was put out. Professor of physics. Yeah, they playing central casting on us with this guy, y'all. The latest he's saying, 3I Atlas is a mystery interstellar object noted for its hyperbolic path toward the sun and a very high speed relative to the sun solar system. In mere days, 3I Atlas promises to yield new information and perhaps new questions. He appeared on Newsmax. What's his name?
Right now, something is happening in our solar system that's sending scientists scrambling for explanations. The interstellar object NASA's been tracking, 3I Atlas, is roughly the size of Manhattan and has been displaying several unusual movements and features which kind of defy typical behavior of comets. It's even catching the attention of some military analysts. So what does this mean for all of us here on Earth? And what can this mysterious object tell us about what's outside our own solar system? Let's ask physics professor at the City College of New York, and he's a New York Times best-selling author of Quantum Supremacy, Michio Kaku. So this mystery object has been added to the International Asteroid Warning Network. That's the first interstellar object ever to make that list. So I got to ask you, what the heck is 3I Atlas, and why the clouds of mystery around it? NASA's like tight-lipped.
Well, there's a split in the astronomical community. The majority faction says, what's all the fuss about? I mean, it's just a rock from outer space, and it's going to come through our solar system for the first time and then come whizzing back out again. It's the third known object from outside our solar system, so what's the fuss? Another faction, however, says, now, wait a minute. Perhaps this is a visitor, an intelligent visitor from another solar system, and perhaps this week we could have a test of it. That's right. This week, it turns out that the asteroid or comet will be whizzing around our sun, and if it picks up extra energy on its flyby, that would clinch it. That means there's extraterrestrial intelligence involved. So watch for it. On October 30th, starting then, we're going to track it to see whether it gets an extra boost of energy. If so, it means we are being visited.
Oh, so, okay, if it's not a giant rock and it could be a sign of life out there, something's got to be steering it, right?
That's right. And as it goes around the sun, there's something called the Oberth effect. The Oberth effect says that if you were to whip around the sun, you would pick up extra energy in the process. So we're going to watch for it. The energy in must equal the.
They're saying this thing has taken some kind of backwards turn to go around the sun. I'm going to show y'all this in a minute. Hello, Rooster Cogburn. Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, this is the latest news on this crap, y'all. I believe they're playing central casting with this guy.
The energy out, according to the ordinary theory. But if that's not true, if there's more energy going out than in, it means that there's energy boost coming from whipping around the sun, and that requires intelligence. And so that's one acid test that we can make. Watch for it starting this week. We're going to begin to monitor and see whether or not it picks up extra energy as it whips around the sun.
So it's Wednesday, right? October 29th, I think it goes the closest point to the sun. Is that right?
That's right. That's the perihelion.
Okay.
And at that point, if it picks up extra energy, that's outside the ordinary bounds of the conservation of energy. So watch for it. As it whips around the sun, if it picks up extra energy, bingo. It means there's intelligent life that is guiding the motion of this object.
This is interesting. I love this stuff. So NASA is launching its Artemis 2 program in 2026, I think, sending crewed missions around the moon and then landing on the lunar surface. Let me ask you, Professor, when do you think that we might see some permanent bases on the moon? Should we? Do we know everything about the moon already or not? Certainly the dark side is different. And what about Mars? You think we'll ever set foot on Mars?
Well, that's a wish list of what we have for NASA. However, it's going to take time. For example, we've been talking about going to the moon for decades, and finally, it's going to come to pass. Within the next few years, we're going to launch not just a manned probe around the moon, we're going to land on the moon's surface itself. And so this is all on the agenda for NASA in the coming years. And then,
are we going to go to the moon for the first time, or are we going for the second time?
after that, the next target is going to be Mars. But we'll wait and see. We've had so many setbacks, so many disappointments, but now we think we have the momentum to go on to a flyby around the moon.
That's not the same man. That's what I'm saying. I think they're playing central casting with this guy.
Land on the moon, and then on to Mars.
So if I were one of your students, I would go, ooh, 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 like, Arnold Horshack, and ask you, do you think that there is life in the galaxy somewhere? That this could be, what do you think it is? What do you think this thing is?
Well, I'll put my my money on the bet that there is intelligent life throughout the galaxy. Not only that, but I think there's intelligent life in our neighborhood, the neighborhood of the Milky Way galaxy. And so I think that don't necessarily bet the house on it, but I would say that yes, there's intelligent life out there. The big question is, can they visit us? That's the big question, because just to go to the nearest star would take 70,000 years with a conventional rocket. That's how long it would take just to go to Alpha Centauri. So we need something like warp drive. Now that, of course, is on the wish list of every science fiction writer, but that's what's required if we're going to meet intelligent life throughout the galaxy. Warp drive.
Speaking of Alpha Centauri, maybe it's the Robinson family finally getting back on the Jupiter 2. I don't know. We'll find out. Professor, thank you for being interesting.
Yeah, thank you for being interesting. Yeah, NASA lost the technology to go to the moon, Rooster Cogburn. He says we're going, I guess, for the first time. Finally, we'll get to go to the moon, Isn't that what he said? Did y'all hear that? Finally, we'll get to go to the moon. I was like, man, what happened to the history of 1969, I thought we'd been there already, for real. It's crazy, y'all. Or did they use that what's that guy's name on us? You remember that guy over there in Africa? Yeah, let me see if I can show you this. Real quick, because I don't want to keep everybody. It's Sunday night. Just as predicted in my podcast, this guy says, 3i Atlas is reversing thrust using reverse burn to slow down as it moves around the sun for a gravitational assist. This is the greatest anomaly in human history. Scientists are baffled as interstellar visitor appears to reverse thrust before vanishing behind the sun. So yeah, this thing here is being driven by somebody, is what they're trying to insinuate. I'm losing everybody, y'all, but it's frustrating. It's okay, though. Just letting y'all know what they're trying to put out there. This is not natural. This is like man-made or something, you know? Or maybe made by something or somebody else. That's what I'm hearing pretty much coming out of their face. I know a lot of people's drawn to 3i Atlas and the wonder of it all. That's what they're trying to do, you know, get us to wonder about, you know, believe a lot of things that they're theorizing about, I'll say. You know, science, any type of science is ever, you know, changing, you know. They say believe the science and all that. How do you believe the science? The science is in the moment. Let's put space aside for a moment, let's say. And you was doing science at the bottom of the ocean or whatever, you know, and you real terms, real science. You're exploring new animals, creatures you've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? That's real science. What this theological science or whatever you want to call it. Not theological, yeah. Hypothetical science. You know, if it comes to a disease and they say, follow the science, how in the world are they going to know what this disease is going to do like they claimed with COVID or whatever, you know? It could go away in a day or two. Everybody could get better, you know? Science. A lot of it's just made up and it's ever changing. Science of history, you know, archaeological findings and everything. They don't know everything that they're theorizing about. It's science. Things change. You know, you might find out later that this pottery belonged to King Arthur or something, you know, or figured out or whatever later on. Just saying. Like that shroud of Jesus. Just saying, y'all. The shroud of Jesus, you know, like I don't have that available. But I question that. I mean, they want you to believe Jesus might have looked like that. Well, he might have. But he might have not, you know. So you can't take their science as a 100 complete correct answers every time. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So I don't always follow their science. The heck with their science. 49 minutes into the live stream. They can take their science where the sun don't shine, y'all. For real. Let me read a little bit of this because I got about 5 more minutes. I'm going to have to be careful with this one a little bit. But I want you to know. I want you to know. This is their science. They're new science. This is going to go along with the new world order, of course. Yeah, it sure is. Anybody else in the house? I'm usually a little bit more, let's say happier. But tonight it's just, I've had a long day, y'all. And I did a little bit live stream, kind of like 2.5 hours almost. With trivia last night, it's like, man, it wore me down a little bit, y'all. But vaccines are now considered necessary medical biogenics. You will be vaccinated against your will under anesthesia. If you go in and you had your knee replaced and you're under anesthesia, they can give you the vaccine without your knowledge. Do not sign any form or agree to receive biogenics in a medical facility. This gives medical staff permission to inject any and all vaccines they choose. Do not sign any form to receive biogenics. It is now more important than ever to read every word of all medical consent documents. Being administered to surgery facility, hospitalization, you go in and you just sign a stack of papers, 4 or 5 papers. This is what you're signing because you didn't read it. You can legally X out that section. What section? Biogenics. And put your initials beside it. And always write out why you choose that section, not to have any vaccine they offer. You put it in your paperwork. Being admitted to surgery facility, hospitalization, outpatient clinic, or any medical office will put you and your loved ones at risk to receive them, even infusions and blood products and other treatments without your knowledge. Because if you're under anesthesia, you need blood, they say. They could give you blood. I just want y'all to know this. You sign all them documents, you might get a shot that you didn't know about while you was under anesthesia. If you sign any document giving consent for treatment using biologics, biogenics, medical staff has the right to put into your body whatever they choose, and especially vulnerable while under anesthesia, without your knowledge, to protest and say no. That could be the vaccines, vaccinated blood, etc. Vaccinated blood. That's crazy, y'all. The terms biogenic refers to a certain set of medical products and procedures that contain living organisms from human, animal, or microorganisms. You never know where it's coming from and what they're giving you. I know a lot of times the hospitals are there to help you. I could dig this information up, but anymore lately, it is one of the top reasons of deaths in hospitals is medical, malpractice or whatever you want to call it. It is one of the main reasons for death. Medical malpractice, I'm telling you. I wouldn't want to go in the hospital for a knee surgery and end up dead, y'all. The U.S. FDA listed approved biological biogenic products as vaccines, antibodies, gene therapy, whole blood, blood plasma, blood platelets, and red blood cells, growth factors, allergenics, antitoxins, recombinant proteins, stem cells, T cells, HRT, immune therapy, and Botox. Under medical staff care, with these documents signed, you are given permission for any and all biologics, biogenics to be administered as they see fit. I could play some of this video, but I think it'll get me in trouble. Nurse whistleblower, they will inject you while you're unconscious. Do you see that? Just want y'all to know that. It is becoming mandatory that they do that. So make sure you make it clear that if you have a knee surgery, you don't want it. If that's what you want. Now, I could see to save my life, to give me another 5 years even. Honestly. To save my life, if I was on the edge and they give me blood, say even from a vaccinated person, I wouldn't choose that. I would not. But if I was to be saved for another 5, 10, 15 years, let's say, or I was going to die right then, I think I would rather have the blood. Just saying. Because I want to live long as I can too, y'all. Don't let me lay there and die, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to betray nobody. Hey, I'm a pure blood, okay? But some things you just got to do for real if you want to live. Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for coming in. It's been an hour. I'm sorry, y'all. But I'm not betraying nobody for real. Are you familiar with Sabrina Wallace? I don't think so. I was fixing to go. I wouldn't even want to betray the good Lord, y'all, but it even says in the good book, a lot of people don't even realize that. Sustained from blood. You know what I mean? Look it up. All you got to do is ask Siri about it. I know what it says. Don't think I don't know, because I know it says sustained from blood.
Power on. Bluetooth in. Bluetooth connected. Every day is a new day. I'm thankful for every breath I take. I won't take it for granted.
Look it up. Let me see if I can look it up. I don't want to say something that I could be wrong about. I could be wrong. Let's see what this says. If you read the Bible, if you ever read the Bible, if anybody ever read the Bible to you, like a pastor, I said there many years. Sometimes I'd open the Bible. A lot of times I did in my last 15, 20 years when I listened to the pastor. But in my early years, I didn't. I'd open the Bible and I'd follow along a lot of times. So I do remember things, y'all. Where does it say this? Acts 15:29. You are to abstain from food sacrificed to idols. from blood, from the meat of strangled animals, and from sexual immorality. All in the same sentence. You will do well to avoid these things. Where's the King James Version? Right here. Let's see. I got a Bible in my other room. That you sustain from metals, from meats offered to idols, and from blood, and from things strangled, and from fornication, from which you keep yourselves, ye shall do well. You can interpret this the way you want, but it says sustain from blood. That even in the case of you needing blood and you putting other blood in your body, no matter how you do it, if you even drank blood, in a sacrifice, a ritual, that's very wrong, not to drink blood. Just saying, y'all. I mean, there's several ways you could be. That's the way, really, I want to believe it to be, but still, if you're putting other people's blood in you, if you're on anesthesia and you need blood and you don't even know it, I mean, it's very questionable. You could put it on the paperwork, but your husband or your wife could still say, give them the blood to save their life, So one way or the other, you just, you like, everything's questionable, Just saying, y'all. You get my opinion over here. I'm not always correct. I just try to join the party and try to, interpret the way I see things. Every now and then I'm wrong. Who knows? Not everybody's always correct. Not even the science, y'all. Shika, yeah, I'm fixing to go. Yeah, y'all have a good night. Bless Super Dave with much favor and my hero brother. Well, thank you. I didn't just read the Bible. I read between the lines. Very important not to take it literally. I do take it literally. I mean, really, I do. It means what it says. I do believe that. Like the 10 Commandments, not to put another God, first. Not to kill, not to murder, not to destroy, not to, it doesn't say destroy, not to murder, not to steal, not to lie. And all these other things too, I could look them up. I'm sorry, y'all, I don't remember all of them, Literally, I believe it. Not to do them things. Revelations. A lot of things are like, not literally, meaning like 10 dragons and 12 horns and all these things. Well, you think of a person or whatever, as far as literally, it's hard to determine which every little thing, what it means and everything too, Everybody, a lot of people, which is on paper in a lot of places, you could read different books, make your own determination in a way and agree with what your own determination could be agreeing with what the narrative sometimes is even saying in these other books and things like that, even coming out of the Bible. I'm confusing y'all and I'm confusing myself, but it does say don't add to it, don't take away from these words, or your life will be taken away, from the book of life. So I try not to take away. If it says abstain from blood, I'm like, man, I need to abstain from blood, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Literally, for real, y'all. I only got 5 people in the chat. Y'all have a good night. I didn't run everybody off, y'all. Please don't unsubscribe because I'll figure it out one day, y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all have a good night. Must be somebody important coming on. Let me look real quick. I meant to show y'all a picture of the 3-eye atlas. But it's okay. I don't see nobody important on, y'all. Where'd everybody go? Is Richie from Boston on? Y'all have a good night, and thank you.